What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my continuing gameplay of Warplanet Pacific, a game by Alvaro Sosa, and I want to continue where I last left off, but before we do that, I just want to make sure that I have the chat on, And the name of this video is called Finally Invasion, because last I left, I think I was about to invade mainland Japan, which is always a good thing. So hopefully you guys are staying motivated, hydrated today. Here it's going to be a hot one, or semi-hot, depending on where you are in the country. Alright. And we're on July 3rd. So tomorrow's Independence Day. I'm probably, if I can get on the computer, I'm going to see if I can do like a Birth of America gameplay. Try to go from the beginning of the American Revolution to the end. Try to do like 4 or 5 hours straight. Let's see if I could actually win. I won that game a few times, but I think the AI in that game is actually pretty good. Alright. I haven't played this game in a while, so I have to make sure I'm getting everything right. It's been like, I think, a week or two. Between a new job and kids and got a babysitter, so yeah. That's a cruiser. What do I got in the home port? Oh, that's it. Oof, that's not a lot. I got Marines. Oh, what is this? There's a sub here. So that's gonna be a long range one. Oh, nice. I got a bunch of airfields. Oh, and I got the Bunker Hill. Yeah, boy. That's where the SX class carriers are starting up. They're starting. Where else can I put that? I could put them in Australia. I'm saving them for here, though, so I can deploy them here, because I don't think the Japanese have airfields here. At least I don't see any. But this is where I'm gonna do the actual invasion of Japan. So, this is beach, right? Beach. Okay, cool. Now, the only other thing that I'm concerned about is, I think in the last game I wasn't actually able to land troops. I was wondering why. And I'm thinking, I think you have to land with Marines first. I don't have enough embarkation points. But we'll try it. If worst case scenario we can't, we can't. Okay, yeah, we could. That's always good. So I got the 3rd Corps moving in. Nice. And then, do I have another corps? Yeah, I have the 32nd. But I don't think I can deploy them just yet. I think they're still on the boat. But I got 1 corps off the boat. And he's going to move over here. And we're going to do a... Oh, actually, stand by. This is a road, right? This is... that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's best to take it here. I know I originally planned to take this city. I might still do that. But I think 2 corps attacking this division, we can start gaining some cities and depriving them of that, their iron ore. So I can't put them on a boat yet. Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I have attacked here and kind of cut them off? But then he'll be attacked from 2 sides. I don't want to really do that. I could always bring in more troops. So it's not a big deal. Alright, hopefully it's not a big deal. Oh, the Australians got a whole core ready. Very nice, very nice. Good job. What is this? Why can't I select it? That's weird. Okay. Okay. It's the Bellawood. I'll make sure they rendezvous there. So we have a tight carrier group. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 carriers. The Americans are back in the game, my friends. You know, it's true. I mean, what Yamamoto said, it was just a waiting game. If the Japanese... See, that's the thing about in this game. And then generally when I play the Japanese, this is pretty much in all games. This is the number one thing I do. I always try to invade Hawaii and go after the West Coast as quick and as possible. Even giving up going after like here or anywhere. Because the longer the Americans have in the game, the more likely it is I'm gonna lose. So it's like if it's December 1941, right? It's like 100%, or let's say 99 or 98% chance Japan will win. And then as the days go, it goes 97, 96, 95, and further down. Eventually, once you get to 43, it's in like the 50s or 40s, and once you hit 44, forget about it. It's they're in like the 10s, So that's where that's why, like, if I play the Japanese, you got to hit them hard first because you have the upper hand. You destroyed their battleships, or majority of them. They only have a few carriers compared to yours, and if you waste your time, like dealing with Australia or trying to deal with here so much, you're going to win the battle, you lose the war, kind of thing. So, oh, I can't move them because there's no. I wonder if I can actually deploy a airfield right now, like right there. I don't think it's gonna let me now. I figured. All right, let's see what I can build. English got 288. And I'm probably gonna make this video like 40-50 minutes. I'm gonna try to aim for that. For the simple reason is, I call it, our house is run on an HVAC system, but like everybody has like the windows open and all that stuff. So and they're out in the garden, so like we're trying to save electricity because the electric bill is, forget about it. I do have a window unit here, but every time I put it on, people are like, dude, are you on like a subway or something? So I can't do that. And eventually, as I breathe, it's gonna get hotter in this room, or I could stop breathing for you guys. Alright, what should I build for these guys? Yeah. So I could build a large infantry corps, or I could save for a mech. Yeah, I'm gonna save. You guys keep hold. Wait, logistic-wise, I don't have... Yeah, I can't even buy crap. I don't have enough logistics. Two destroyers are coming off the boat. I got 5 logistics. I can't even buy a cruiser. Can't even build a destroyer. Can't even build a sub. My logistics are garbage. That's great. Alright, and the Americans have 454. I don't think I need anything. Do I got any Marines in the queue? No, so I will build more. How much is that going to be? 120. Yeah, that's fine. .306, nice. I could build a mechanized unit. Or I could just wait a little bit and get an armored core. Yeah, let's do mech. 365. Jeez, Canada got money. Oh, come on. Seriously? How much is it going to cost? 30 logistics, and I got 20. That's great. They got a lot of logistics, India. All right. Okay. I don't know why I put all that for the British. Assault. I'm at 41. And geez, it's 43. What don't I need? I need that. I use subs quite often. Jeez. Take one of that, put it in there. I don't need this. I don't want to wipe money into it. Okay, I think that's good enough. Oh, I should actually worry about the Chinese. Why the heck do I have an anti-tank? Oh, that's for defense. We're going to more of an assault posture now, so. Reports, combat log, and deploy. I got nothing else to deploy, so. Let's worry now about the actual... So I actually have a mech unit here. It's May. I'm going to get another one very shortly for China. I think at the end of May. Yeah, May 27th. So, the question becomes, where do I... Actually, I think I decided in the last game is to focus here. So, since this is... But wouldn't these guys work better on roads? I mean, they're motorized units. If I have them go over here, it's not a good idea. So motorized, working on better. Maybe I could take South China. What do you guys think? If I put 2 motorized corps, these are corps, not divisions, and smashed into Changsha, right? That would almost eliminate any, basically anything that they can send to the south here. Any forces here would pretty much be starving because, right, this is still my territory. They haven't taken that back, so there's roads technically probably under the command of like 10 guys. And they don't have a road that can go this way, so these guys are going to take a heavy hit in terms of supplies. I will have to make an offensive action though. Move these guys here. I have to move 2 armies here. For the purpose being is I'll move this guy up, move this guy up, move this guy up. So this way when those motorized corps come here and they start attacking here and launch a massive offensive on Changsha and take it, that they don't get flanked from the north, right? Like this road, this guy can easily grab it and defend this wing here. And with those 2 motorized corps, they can push through, right? Take this, start a defense here, and then I'll have maybe an army here, and then we'll send whatever's left to deal. I mean, basically have them starve for a while and then hit them. I mean, the other idea that I have is, like I was mentioning, using this force going this way, but I mean, without roads, this is going to be... I mean, that's going to take a lot of their effectiveness, isn't it? I can imagine there's a penalty to go over. Yeah, you see? 2, and this is just going to be 1. Yeah. I have to work double hard to cross. Yeah, it's better to attack just there. So we're going to get everybody riled up for that in a second. Probably not right now. Probably around end of May we're going to start moving forces. But for right now, everybody's just going to chill. Sit back, relax, wait. Just wait. I'm going to supply these guys. I'm going to move the reinforcements to them for at least a month or 2. So this way, once this campaign starts, these guys will have enough reinforcements for at least a month or 2 to kind of get additional reinforcements so they can start a massive campaign here. I think once we take this, right, I mean, the Japanese will effectively be cut off in 2. A group here, like their main army here, and then whatever they have here. And I'm going to have to move some of these forces here. In fact, maybe I'll just do that now. No, that's not a good idea, actually. Okay, I got 2 corps here, right? I got a division and the 2nd Corps. Burma HQ. I think, honestly, we should drop here. Cut them off into the 3rd. They'll pull forces from here. And we can hold here. I mean, their numbers will be meaningless here. So I think that's what we're going to do. How are you guys doing in terms of ships? Cruiser's okay. Destroyer, ugh. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the rain so they can't get us. And then, yeah, we're going to land right there. I'm going to see if I can land. That's ocean. Maybe here. Jungle. I don't know if I can land directly on a jungle, though. That's the only thing. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, they mined that, didn't they? Yeah, they did. There's really no way to get it on the inside. We'll have to see about the jungle, and if we can't land there from this side, we'll have to figure something out. I don't want to go all the way around like this, though. That's just murder. Especially with the main Japanese fleet, you know, still viable. So that's definitely not good for me. Alright, so I worked on Chinese, the British on that side. How you doing? You're doing good. Okay, I'm going to put you over here. So we're not making on any offensive moves here. You guys are good. Ooh, you took a little bit of a hit, didn't you? These are mountain troops, I think, right? Yeah, Mountain Corps. Alright. My friend. These are hills. I got a big army right there. What if I use them to flank? Bring them right over here. What do you think? And launch an attack with 2 corps and an army on this guy. That's stupid because he has 10. I don't want to kind of move over to this side though. He would be a likely target, but I don't know. Maybe move the line down. He'll take up a spot here. Yeah. And then he'll take that spot. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I extend that flank. So there's if you guys go to American Battlefield Trust on YouTube, they're actually doing a really amazing. They're doing like every couple hours for the 158th of Gettysburg, the reenactment anniversary. They're going over pieces of the battlefield, and they have some special guests. If you go through the screen caps, you'll see one of my favorite authors, pretty much of all time, on there. Mr. Jeff Sarah. Yeah, I want to spoil it right there. He discusses Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain's and the 20th Maine's charge against the Alabamians. So it's going to be cool. I'm going to save that for a little later. I think they did that yesterday. Today is Pickett's charge. And I think they're doing it based upon the hour. So like Pickett's charge, I think started at like 1 o'clock. So technically at 1 o'clock, they're going to do a live stream. So it's really cool. For me, for July 4th, what I'm planning to do is there's this old Greystone Productions American Revolution documentary from the 90s, I think. And it's on YouTube, and I don't know. I guess I'll link it tomorrow when I play Birth of America, or you can just type in. I guess go to my last year's July 4th video. I think I put a link in there. Anyway, it's really, I would say, the best American Revolution documentary ever made. Like, best. There is no like politics in it. They just state this is what Washington's army did. This is what the British army did. I've watched some American Revolution documentaries where like, I don't know why, but politics got into it, and it was just like, I just, yeah, I don't know why, and I'm not gonna get into it, but I'll just say, like, they called a certain, like, one author called George Washington, I forgot what he, not a sexist, but they basically said that, you know what, it's been a while since I saw it, so I'm not going to actually comment on it, but I remember hearing it, and I was like, really? I don't think, it was basically, from what I remember, it was when Benedict Arnold's mistress, Peggy, is it Peggy Sue? I forgot, whatever, I think it's Peggy, though, was at West Point, and Benedict Arnold's whole plan unraveled, and George Washington came up, and she came, and she was on her hands and knees begging the general, I had no idea, this and that, and I think one of the authors said, you know, George Washington didn't think women were capable of such treachery, because something like that, and I was just like, what? Like, they basically position him as like he didn't think women had the intelligence to do that. I'm like, what? Where are you getting that from? Like, I don't, you know, I don't, like, where's your evidence for that? Like, one thing that I learned in college, you gotta have evidence. You know, like, if it's written down, right, and, you know, he actually said something like that, then yeah, right, you can say something like that. If you have it written in words, right? But you can't just, like, make that judgment. That's your opinion. It's not fact. You know, like, one thing I learned in college, you gotta have fact. It's fact or it's fiction, and you know you can't just say, well, you know, Caesar crossed the Rubicon because he wanted to be leader of the world. Well, I mean, he might have thought he could be, you know, emperor of the world. I'm sure the thought possibly might have crossed his mind, but I mean, if you look at his writings, he didn't say that. He just wanted to take Rome, you know, over. He wanted to, you know, take over Rome. But you get my gist, right? You know, like, you can't just kind of exaggerate, you know. All right, I think I'm good. I don't think there's anything else I can do. I got the, you guys can't move, right? Like, I can't move any ships. No. I'm just concerned that the Japanese will hit me with those boys on the boats. But I'm just gonna have to take that risk. Okay, I think I moved everybody. Everybody's good. Intern. But yeah. This American Revolution one that I'm gonna post tomorrow, or on my Twitter feed. Look at my Twitter feed. It's at Strategy Wargamer, just without the E at the end. I'll post a link to it. But this one does not have any, you know, politics, doesn't have any comment, you know, any opinions. It's just straight up fact, and it tells a really amazing story. And basically, the documentary just recites stuff that's actually been written. So, like, Kelsey Grammer? Kelsey Grammer's actually in it, believe it or not. But multiple famous actors and historians are in it. And they portrayed, like, the, I think Kelsey Grammer does John Adams, and you know, like, the documentary goes like, thinking that the Declaration will be ratified on July 2nd. Adams said, and it says, July, the second day of July will be, you know, and he literally is reciting exactly what John Adams said, and I love that. Like, I remember I used to watch that documentary literally nearly every single day growing up, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, literally, like, when I was going to sleep, I would play that documentary. If I couldn't sleep, I would watch all of it and then just replay it until I fell asleep. So, like, I literally could do word for word of that documentary. And when I was going to school, you know, I knew word for word things that George Washington, John Adams, and, you know, von Steuben said, you know. So, it was really, you know, cool. Hopefully I can get my son into it. Got my black coffee here. John Adams' speech, though, for the Declaration of Independence, that speech is amazing. It'll be celebrated the world over. I gotta actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Once this thing ends, I'm gonna find that documentary for you guys, because you gotta watch it. It's not a question. It's a fact. You gotta watch it. In fact, I'm probably gonna start today to watch it. Maybe my son can get into it. He's 2, but, you know, it's never too early to start, right? You know, but, you know, and I don't want to get political, but there's been something on my mind a lot, and it really bothers me. So, like, I'm a big Civil War, not I'm not gonna say historian, but fanatic. Like I love learning about the Civil War. You know, I watch Ken Burns's Civil War documentary. You know, it's a very interesting time in American history, and you know, like missed opportunities militarily with Antietam, and I mean there were so many what ifs, and there's so many things about the Civil War. But one thing that I hold really, I would say, close to my heart, I would say, is the actions of the men. You know, for like, you know, the Union troops at Fredericksburg. You know, knowing that, you know, going up against that wall and knowing that it was, I mean, that it was going to be vicious, and still doing it, and standing there and, you know, just continuously firing as your numbers draw, and you're still fighting, and you gotta have some iron guts. So every time I go to battlefield, I always like think about those men, and their sacrifice means a lot, you know. And I always think about like the events that transpired this year, and I'll never forget, whichever way you look at what happened on January 6th, the thing that really, I mean, one image that really pisses me off is in all of 4 years of the Civil War, from 1861 to 1865, the Confederate flag never flew in Washington. It never touched the Capitol and never touched the, you know, White House, but it did on January 6th. They brought a Confederate flag and had it inside, you know, like, how many men fought and died to ensure that would never happen? And, you know, I know some people are going to go, you know, and say, well, you know, it wasn't about the fact is that flag was in the Capitol. You know, men died to make sure that never happened, that the Confederates never made it to Washington, that this country, that the United States, you know, and that, I don't know, when I think about it, just, and then I think somebody brought a Nazi flag in there, and it's just like, it boils my blood. You know, how many men, women have died in a Civil War, in the World War II. And yes, women did fight in the Civil War. I gotta give it to the women in the Civil War. I mean, there were, and even in the American Revolution, women fought in every single conflict in combat, which is incredible to think of it. Like, they dressed themselves up like men, and they to fight for their country. Just, I mean, you gotta talk about iron guts. Not only are you going into combat, right, to fight, but you are, you know, you are, how do I even put it? Like, you are, you're doing everything you can to do that, to fight for your country, even though you're not supposed to, because, you know, at that time women couldn't serve in combat. It's just amazing. It's really amazing. And I didn't know about it until, I think it was in a book or a documentary or something like that. I'm surprised they didn't, are they moving guys up here? Oh, crap. So the question is, hold on, let me, before I do anything here, can I put these guys on a boat? Yeah, I can. I got the boats back. I should go here or here or here. I need to drop those boys off, another corps. Let's first do this. I could always move them later. Wow, 8. Screw it. Let's move forward. I'm gonna try to. Oh shit! Yeah, they took that city. That's fine. And I took that city by just being in the. That's awesome. That's fracking awesome. Look at this, guys. Look at this. The successful American invasion. Unbelievable. It is, as Danny Glover says in Lethal Weapon 4, it's beautiful. Oh, man. How long do I have on this time here? I'm at 36 minutes. I'm going to close it off in a few minutes, guys. But yeah, I mean, I try not to think about what happened, but I mean, this year is so chaotic. And I mean, this is like the first election that I've been alive in that there's so much. And I'm not going to get deep into this politics stuff, because I know there's literally, I think, almost like, what, 30 to 40 people, 30% of the country that doesn't believe that election was rigged. I think that was in one of the news reports that I read. And then there's a section in those people that believe in violence to overthrow the unjust, election. And it's just, I've never, ever in my life would have thought this. Like, in my life. Like, we are literally talking about, it's just scary. It really is scary. Like, absolutely scary. Like, it's just, I have a hard time, like, I don't know, I just have a hard time. I really do. What do I have here? Cruiser. I'll bring a carrier with me. And then I'll put these guys on a boat. I can't put anyone else on a boat, I don't think, no. But yeah, I mean, it's just, and every time I pick up the news, and it's not good. It's definitely not good. And it's a bit scary, honestly. Torpedo attack. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's crazy that we're at this point. And then, not only that, but like, we're the country's, and I'm trying not to get into this politics, but the country is so divided. I've never seen it divided like this since probably to, the pre-Civil War days, And then we have, like, how many enemies around us? I mean, like, we got North Korea, right? You got Russia that's doing some crazy stuff. China, right? I mean, China's thinking about attacking Taiwan, right? And apparently this is where all our a good majority of production for our CPUs and logic boards are, right? Like, a lot of this comes from here. So, like, what happens if China takes it over? I mean, they kind of run production so we can get ours off the ground. And Russia, is, I mean, we can't see it, but they're, dealing with Ukraine. And, I mean, it's just, and then the stuff that they're doing against us. I mean, I'll never forget, I remember reading the paper, it was like 2004 or something like that. Russia sent a strategic nuclear bomber down the coast of the U.S. Putin did. And they do that every, I think, was it July 4th or something like that? They do it. And I think they're going to do it again this year. Right? And it's just like, are you freaking stupid? Like, That's like poking a bear. That's like you going out into the woods and poking a bear. Right? Like, it's a stupid thing to do because we don't know if there are nuclear bombs on there or not. We have to assume there are nuclear bombs on there, right? So if one of those pilots decides, let's take this one step further. Let's fly over the city. You know, like, reminds me of this quote from GoldenEye. That female actor, she was just like, "Stop it, both of you! You're like boys with toys," you know, kind of thing. Which is an awesome part of the movie. But oh, I could put it here. I gotta find out more about this before I post it. Because if I could put it here, and maybe I can get some better intelligence on Japan, I'll definitely do that. What do I got coming? I don't have a lot of... I got 2 carriers coming. But they're light carriers. And I got the Taikon, the Thai. But, yeah, I didn't mean to get into this whole politic thing. It's just, you know, I think this is the first July 4th since what happened in January and since the election. And it's just, it's getting me to think, you know, like, I always think, like, you know, we do have our politics, you know, and, you know, one side is against the other, and this side thinks that one's doing this. But when the crap hits the fan, right, we come together, like 9/11, right? I'll never forget. I'm from Brooklyn, so 9/11 was, like, I was there, obviously, right? Like, you know, we saw, like, you know, the stuff in this, like, every time we went outside, you know, you see the clouds all over the Manhattan, you know, and I remember how crazy it was when it was happening. My father couldn't get back in the city. The military, the National Guard, and the State Guard, the State Defense Force, was activated. They locked down the city. I think they were activating active army. And, you know, and we all pulled together. And it was amazing, you know. And I just never thought, like, 20 years later we'll be this divided. Like, especially with all these enemies like Russia being on the warpath, you know, and China being, you know, developing carriers and all this stuff. They're developing a military, being more aggressive every year. I mean, literally, they're putting people in concentration camps in China. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, I might be able to do it. All right, I'm gonna save it here. And then I want to just check something. I'm not going to actually, like... Because I want to make sure I can actually land my guys. Okay. Oh, I can. Okay, awesome. Okay, nice. Alright. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm actually going to take a screenshot. What the? Oh, I forgot. Command-Shift-3 on Windows opens the Windows Store. Alright. But that's going to be for... that's going to be for tomorrow. I'm glad that I could do that. I was worried I couldn't. So you can land on a jungle, too. That's cool. Now, we're not going to save it. We're going to... do that. Yeah, that's awesome. I really love this game. This game is not on sale right now, though. I just want to give you guys a heads up. Oh yeah, J Dibag. Yeah, definitely invading the Japanese home islands, the North Island, and I have 2 cores there, and then I'm bringing over another core, the first core, which has, I think, 10 attack. And I'm gonna, once that guy lands and I get more transports, I'm gonna start moving Marines and Army. I'm basically gonna put a bunch of armies on Japan. This is going to pull a lot of their forces, hopefully from China, back into Japan at a point where the Chinese actually will have, at the end of May, 2 motorized corps, right? A whole motorized army that I'm gonna cut Japan. So they're gonna get attacked on multiple fronts. Northern Japan, they're going to be attacked in central China, or more toward the southern China, and then I'm going to cut them off at the Southeast Asia. So yeah, but yeah, it's good stuff. And I'm going to post a link. I'll probably put it in the description too. Where is it? Is it library? Your videos? No. Watch later, I think. No, it's not this. Oh, that's where that video is. I was looking for that. There we go. So it's this one right here. And you're going to have to... I think these are in the right order now. I moved them around. No, episode 4. No, it's not. There we go. All right. So this is the one that because the one that the guy uploaded, which is this one, they're in backwards order. This one is the, if you just watch them back to back, they are in the right order. I switched them and did all the good stuff for you guys. See? That's how much I care. And I'll put this in the chat, but I'll also put it in the description for this video. What a nice guy I am. Forget about it, right? Alright. So that's my, yeah, it's in my playlist. So this is by far the best documentary of the American Revolution ever made. It's by Greystone. I think it was in the 90s. And yeah, man. And it's all, I mean, it's free. It's on the internet. It's not in the best of, what do you call it, qualities. I think it's like 480, but DVD quality, barely. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I am going to stop this, and I'm going to start another game, and that game is going to be War in the West. Because War in the West, guys, is 70% off. Slitherine is being awesome because it's 70% off. Look at this. Look at this. Now this is Grognard level. This is Grognard level. Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to this. Like, you can command everything here. And I think it starts in 1943. There's nothing in 1941, but... And this is the sad thing is, I mean, if you go in here, this is how many American Revolution games there are. There's Hold the Line. If you type in American Revolution, this is what you get. Which is not a lot. I mean, this is American Revolution, right? I search for American Revolution. Birth of America is not even in here. No, it's not. Oh, no. Yeah. It's crazy that we have all these games on Steam, but no real... to actually get Birth of America, you have to actually go to Matrix Games. They're the only ones that still have the best American Revolution game. And they're not doing a sale, but it's $15. This is crazy cheap. I keep thinking, I'm like... Slitherine, do you know what you're doing? Like, you're pricing these games that are freaking amazing at like ridiculous prices. $15 for this game. I mean, honestly, I would pay $40-50 for this game, and they're pricing it at 15. But you know, this to me is a steal. And imagine if this goes on sale on July 4th. Imagine if they lower this price. I might just buy it for people because like it's that cheap. But yeah, this is the best American Revolution game I've ever played. Not to mention that there are not many available. Nobody makes American Revolution game. I think, what's their name was supposed to do it. I don't have the link here, I don't think. Ultimate General. American Revolution. So this game actually supposedly is in development at Game Labs, and this game is freaking amazing. Look at this. Oh, peak skill, I still live right here. Oh, that's crazy. This game is freaking amazing. Look at the graphics. I mean, the textures and everything. And then once your armies smash into each other, they go into this tactical mode here. The only thing I'm really concerned about is Game Labs was purchased by some other big firm company that does more like free-to-play kind of things. So I don't know if they're going to continue building this. Yeah, man. I hope they do. This is an incredible game. Anyway, enough of me ranting. I will catch you guys in the next one, hopefully, and